next. Let's bring in retired four-star General Jack Keane to talk about it. And General, is this a turning point? It's an incredibly bold move. Could this provide leverage for a ceasefire? How do you see this playing out?
Well, I think it's a step in that direction. I mean, I think there's three primary things going on here. One, at the strategic level, the Ukrainian leadership, to include the president and his generals, are really frustrated by the general perception that the war is stalemated. What's happened to the Ukrainians is they've been defending, given the delay in all the equipment and munitions as a result of America's political process, they have been defending against a major Russian counteroffensive in the Donbass region, and doing that quite well, despite some of the marginal gains that Russia has done. They have also been defending against massive air attacks against their cities and against their energy infrastructure with considerably less interceptors than what they had in the past. And that certainly doesn't spell stalemate. It spells advantage Russia. But also, without having a navy, Ukraine has defeated the Russian Navy in the Black Sea. It's just an absolutely remarkable result, and the export grain is flowing. Strategically, what he has gained here is an initiative, bold as Ben described it, and clearly demonstrating to the world that this war is not stalemated. And, of course, he wants the United States and his support audience from Europe and Asia to understand that they're very much in this fight, and I need your support. So that's the strategic objective. The military objective is destroy a lot of the Russian forces that were attacking Kharkiv, their infrastructure, their artillery, their air bases in this area. So there is a military objective here. And also, as Ben mentioned, it's accurate, Russia has repositioned forces from their counteroffensive in the Donbass region here to deal with this. And the third thing is what a shot in the arm this is for the Ukrainian forces. I mean, their morale is boosted as a result of punching Russia in the nose here, and rightly so. It underscores again, you know, the boldness, the imagination, and clearly the bravery and determination of the Ukrainian leaders, as well as their troops on the ground fighting, and the support they get from their people.
Exactly. I want to get to this one too, General, quickly. The State Department just warned Iran there will be a swift and severe response if they send these ballistic missiles to Russia. What do you think that response would look like?
I'm pausing here because this is all rhetoric. The administration has been using rhetoric like this for 3 years to confront Iran, and Iran wouldn't have operationalized their proxies, conducted 200 attacks using proxies against U.S. troops for the last 3 years, shut down the Suez Canal, if they believed any of the rhetoric that the United States uses in threatening them. I mean, we have not gone after Iran's Navy capability that is assisting the Houthis to shut down the Suez Canal. We have not gone after their rockets and missiles, which is their strong suit, and taken that away from them as a matter of deterrence. I'm not talking about going to war with Iran and going after the capital of Tehran and their infrastructure there and the National Command Authority. I'm talking about measured, limited military operations that the military command in Central Command in the Middle East has recommended to the administration. They've rejected all of it. So I think Iran hears this threat, Ashley, and they don't take it seriously. And the evidence suggests they shouldn't.
Right. We'll have to leave it there. General Jack Keane, thank you as always, for joining us today. There's always so much to talk about, of course.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.